Hello, we're diving into the story of Lakewood Bakery, a cherished family-owned gem on Long Island. Family-owned and operated since 1968, Lakewood Bakery takes pride in crafting premium bread, rolls, bagels, and Danish, baked fresh every morning with the finest ingredients. Join me today as we meet its owner, John, to get behind-the-scenes look at how the bakery's dedication to quality and customer care shines through. I'm James Webster, and this is Owners and Operators.
John, thanks for having us in.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate you opening up the business. Lakewood Bakery. How did you guys come up with the name? And you guys have been around for a really long time.
The bakery actually started in the 40s in South Jamaica, Queens, and there was a street called Lakewood. And what happens, they were old Italians, and I guess the simplest thing was to name it Lakewood. It was a very simple fix. It was Lakewood Avenue, South Jamaica, and that was in the 40s. And we didn't get the business till the early 80s. The building became available and the bakery became available, so we bought it. We kept the name because it had a little history to it.
Walk us through what goes into the day for the crew. Like they're starting early in the morning to get everything going.
Yeah. They have a 5 a.m. start. They start getting the mixers ready. The guys start following up, getting the equipment all prepped up because we switch over in the middle of the night from one product to another. So they set up in the morning for the heroes and the rolls. For the heroes and the Italian bread, and the afternoon they go to the rolls.
Got it.
And at the end of the line is when all the hand labor comes in. You have to bread has to be stretched, right? Because it's not a perfect science. So what happens? The guy, you have to stretch it to the right length. So they always put their hands. Always hands involved.
How long does it take to make a roll?
Let's see. It's 15 minutes of mix time, 20 minutes in the machine, 45 minutes in the steam box, and then overnight in the refrigerator, and it gets baked after it's refrigerated.
So it's really overnight?
Yes, it's pretty much. I bet you it's a 20-hour process for us. Most of the bakery equipment comes from Europe, from the Europeans. So even right now, we're looking at another piece from Germany.
That was my next question. If you wanted a piece of you placed an order, how long before it's here in your warehouse or in your?
It took us a year to get the latest oven, and it took us from signing the contract a year to get it built and shipped over and online.
And then once it's here, the maintenance of it, who does it? How often is it happening?
It's weekly maintenance, greasing, checking chains. There's all PLCs. They're all PLC driven. Italy can plug into us right now and look at our ovens and see how they're running.
What about the cleaning of the ovens? They get turned off at any point during the day?
No, they get turned off at night and they get serviced once a week on a Sunday. They get cleaned out. They get, the facility gets washed down every Sunday.
Otherwise, it's turned down at night.
Yeah, if we turn the ovens off, they'll come back because they'll never go down because they're where they were built. They're brick lined, they're cement lined, and actually that's the feature of the Europeans. They try to
holding that
because of energy was so expensive.
Sure.
They figured a way around. They worked with what they had.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They maintain all their heat.
Who delivered? Is it most of it pickup, or are you guys delivering a lot of it?
Both. It's a blend. We have distributors that come in and pick up, and then we bulk distribute into the cities to certain actually 4 locations in the city. Because nobody in the city wants to come out here because the traffic is just absolutely insane.
Brutal.
Right. So we have a blend.
And who are your clients? Is it mostly restaurants, delis?
And we do institutional work. We do some hotels. We do really a lot of delis though. And then some restaurants like we spoke about.
Today, we're post-COVID, a few years. We've had some conversations about that, some of the challenges that you faced during it and post it. But today, as we sit here today, what do you think your biggest challenge is?
I think we're over the biggest challenge. I think we've come out on the other side of it. We did.
Not even COVID itself. Maybe I questioned that the wrong way. But just in general, what would you say your biggest challenge is that faces you or the
My
business?
biggest challenge is employees and commodities.
There you go. What percentage are you up here in the office versus down in the plant?
It's evolved over the last little bit, but it's probably 75% up here, 25% down there. Years ago, I was in the middle of everything when we were first getting going.
Sure.
I know how to mix, I know how to scale, I know how to,
You've
I know
done it all.
how I know how to run run the equipment.
There's a million bakeries, but I'm sure there's a decent amount of wholesale bakers.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between Lakewood, or why would a restaurant choose Lakewood?
The variety of products, perhaps, and perhaps the service that we provide. We go, our phones are open 7 days a week. We also distribute our own product. We don't have, some bakeries just use distributors, but we distribute it as well as we distribute our own. We use our own trucks. We transport our own stuff. So that may make us a little more.
That makes a difference. If there was somebody looking to get into the industry, what might be a bit of advice that you would give that person, or in business in general? Could be.
I think you need a strong foundation. If you come in weak and not with the strong foundation, you're gonna have trouble surviving.
Makes sense.
You need grassroots kind of. You need to have enough money to back you. You need to have enough experience. But if you don't have that strong foundation, is what we learned, that there's no way that you could withstand what onslaught comes in.
Thanks for joining us today at Lakewood Bakery. We hope you've enjoyed this episode and look forward to bringing you inside more interesting businesses like this one. So be sure to punch that subscribe button and follow us so you don't miss out. And if you're interested in having owners and operators showcase your business, please comment below and we will be in touch. Thanks again.